Yeah, I'll just chain them up a little bit tighter this time. Okay. Here's the real reason why the fucking housing market is broken, okay? Or in general, like housing prices are the way they are. It's motherfucking influencer TikTok landlords.
I thought I was doing a lot. I had 60 rental properties and about $10 million in real estate owned. But wait 1 minute.
Got 242 units, $32 million in real estate.
Boom.
2,500 units, 175 million.
Boom.
220 houses, 25 million.
Boom.
About 1,500 units, 45 million.
Boom.
4,288 units, $335 million.
Boom. So I thought I was doing a lot. I had 60 rental properties and about $10 million in real estate owned. But wait 1 minute.
Got 242 units, $32 million in real estate.
Boom.
This is the reason, bro. I swear to God, it's nothing. It's just. I have a speculation. It's not even Airbnb,
Boom.
bro. I swear. It's just this, okay? I'm going to say TikTok landlords are the reason why the housing market is fucked. And then have all the fucking weirdos get mad at me. I will collectively anger every kind of bad person on the internet with that one. You know what I mean? What about the landlords that work with Section 8 housing? Do you hate them as much? Brother, that is one of the most gruesome, one of the most exploitative, one of the worst kinds of fucking housing that you can work in. I've met Section 8. I've met Section 8 housing landlords. They are fucking awful. Like, I've literally, oh my God. They're even worse than like regular landlords, dude. Sometimes I think you like people, having people mad at you. I'm a rent sell, never gonna own. One day. Inshallah, one day. Saw this motherfucker on the train. He was asking how much rent is. Weird as hell. Oh, Jesus. Mega landlord on housing. Oh,
Gary
this is,
Berman,
we've already seen this guy, bro. We've already watched
the
this.
CEO of Tricon Residential, a Toronto-based company that has quietly become one of the largest owners of single-family homes.
What did Michael say? Michael said, I live in Section 8 housing.
Homes in the United States.
So today, we own about 30,000 single-family rental homes across the U.S., largely in the Sun Belt, and we've got probably about 75,000 people living in our homes.
You are a multi-billion-dollar company. You're publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange.
Correct.
And the
Toronto Stock Exchange.
Toronto Stock Exchange. I even read in one of your own documents.
Michael Hudson. I live in Section 8 and actually enjoy black mold, so it works out. Yeah, no. It's cool. Living in Section 8 is great because then you can also, the fumes from the black mold will make you hallucinate. So it's kind of like getting free drugs. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's not super cool because then like it can lead to complications, you know, within your lungs and diminished brain capacity, lower IQ points. But it's kind of like free drugs at the same time. It makes me really relaxed.
That your revenue went up last year by 67%. Is that correct?
Yeah, we're expanding. I mean, when you think about it, we have an incredible amount of demand for what we do. So, Leslie, in any given week, we might have 200 or 300 homes available.
For renting.
For renting. And we get about 10,000 leasing inquiries a week.
Tricon is trying to buy 800 houses a month.
I think if you asked a lot of millennials, and that tends to be our primary resident, they would probably tell you that they don't necessarily desire to own a home or.
Yeah, no, totally. Dude, you don't understand. Like, people literally tell me all the time, I love, instead of being able to have enough fucking capital to put a down payment and then pay less in mortgages and own a fucking home, I love the freedom of like giving away that money to someone else who is basically fucking making money as well as like protecting their fucking investment for future generations off of the rent that I'm giving them. It's the sickest concept. Like, once I was able to fucking buy a home, I realized, like, as someone who was renting permanently for his entire fucking life, the moment that I was able to purchase a home, I realized, like, oh my God, it is such a fucking scam. Because I can now, like, I have a even with having no fucking credit whatsoever, I had like a decent mortgage rate, right? A decent interest rate on my mortgage, but paying a mortgage is still less than fucking paying, is still significantly fucking cheaper than paying for rent, because the landlord is literally paying for fucking rent, through your rent, the landlord is literally paying the fucking mortgage and then some. The only difference between someone like myself and the average American in my same age group that is incapable, like painfully incapable of purchasing a house, is that I had enough money to put a fucking down payment. Okay? That's it. That's the reason that you can't fucking own the apartment that you live in, because you could technically own the apartment that you live in, but you can't. Why? Because you don't have enough fucking capital aside, that you put aside, that you can use as a down payment. Okay? You can't do that. And that's just how it is. That's the only difference. That's the main fucking difference. So for that reason, you're just permanently fucking burning money because of the way that we understand housing in this country as a primary vehicle for wealth accumulation. Facts. You didn't even have good credit. Yeah. But you can't but here's the thing. You can't actually save any money. Why? Is it because you're buying avocado toast? Is it because you're going out and fucking, drinking beers every now and then? No, you should be able to do all of those things and still be able to fucking have some money, put aside. My brother is one of the fucking most like educated, most productive workers in this goddamn country. He literally builds spaceships, okay? This motherfucker builds satellites and spaceships, okay? He did the right thing. He became an engineer. He did the right thing. He got a master's degree in engineering as well, okay? He did everything right. He has no money left at the end of the fucking month. Sure, he likes to go on little trips every now and then, or he has hobbies, like he likes building a fucking trailer and shit like that. But ultimately, he should still be able to have hundreds of thousands of dollars accumulated over the course of many, many fucking years, working in specifically working in this industry that is supposed to be like incredibly competitive and dying to fucking pay for a productive, high-skilled worker like him. How many motherfuckers do you know that build satellites, guys? Not a lot. There's not a lot of them out there, right? But he has nothing. He doesn't have enough money to fucking save for a home that he could put a down payment on a house for. He can't do it because that is the way that this system works. If you're a worker, there's a fucking budget shortfall built into your existence no matter which price point you're at, unless you're in fucking finance. It's like one of the very few industries where you can still be a worker, a laborer, a wage laborer, and because your industry is so insane with generating income and generating value, because it's the only fucking industry that's generating value, you can still have, a boatload of capital, a lot of money on the side. Bro, he has you. No, he has me, but that's different. Like, take me out of the equation. I'm talking about like a fucking normal person that has an abnormal job, a job that is supposed to be incredibly competitive, a high value, incredibly skilled worker that is working in one of the number one companies on the fucking planet. Okay, one of the most, like, he is supposed to be the guy who, even in this economy, in every economy, he's supposed to be the guy that can easily buy a house. Right? How many of them have fucking, how many people has an older brother that is able to fucking, pay for shit? Not everyone has that. And people shouldn't have to have that. They shouldn't have to you shouldn't have to have an older brother like myself. You should be able to, if you work hard, which he does, he works his fucking ass off, you should be able to very easily have all the little amenities, okay? Why are you still nagging on Twitch? This guy says. Thank you, 10 Commandment. Because, I'm waiting. This is the only way I can spend time until your mom is free again tonight. If there's anyone who should never have to worry about money, it's someone like Murat. Just the truth. Shouldn't you be able to save for a house with a 100K salary, though? Great question. Well, you can't fucking do that if a fuckload of your money is going directly into your cost of living. Do you understand? That's the point. With a 100K salary, which sounds great, living in fucking California, if you want to have a decent existence, you're going to have to rent a house. You're going to have to rent a house that's close to your place of work. Because if you don't rent a house that's close to your place of work, there's not a lot of adequate public transit in California, specifically in Los Angeles. So then you're going to have to dump a fuckload of money into gas, which you're still supposed to do regardless, because even if your fucking place of work is actually close to your place of living, you still have to commute every goddamn day and sit in traffic and shit. So there's also that. You're paying a fuckload for gas. You're paying a fuckload for your rent. You're paying a fuckload for food. You're paying a fuckload for every little part of your existence. So what do you do? So what the fuck do you do, brother? 100K is poverty in California. Yeah, people don't understand. People don't understand that. People don't understand that, like, in Los Angeles, living with a 100K salary is not you're not exactly fucking caked. And the worst part about it is you still have people making significantly less than that. And then you ask yourself, why are there so many fucking homeless people? I wonder why. It's not poverty, but a 100K salary is not exactly going to keep you alive. You're gonna have a good existence, but you're gonna have to rent. You're not gonna be able to fucking buy a house. That's the point. Which I never even said he was making 100K, but it doesn't matter. Let's say he is making 100K. Save up for a down payment, then housing prices rise, then save up for more down payment, then housing prices rise, and on we go. 20% is insane in this country. Yeah, that's another incredible fucking take too. Because, like, even if you save, there are plenty of people who did save, and then the housing market was so fucking broken, especially during COVID, that, like, people that saved, people that were in the fucking 1 million price point and under 1 million or around 1 million price point were forced to buy fucking homes because they were competing with, like, BlackRock and shit and competing with everyone else to buy homes at, like, 1.7 million. Well, what happened? You literally went up, like, a fucking entire segment of housing all of a sudden. So now you're buying under a sub $1 million home for almost $2 million fucking dollars. It's almost better if you had more money that you could put down so you could get into the fucking $2 million price range and then ultimately be able to compete with less people and have a price closer to the actual price of your fucking home. That's literally what happened to so many fucking people. I put down, I said I was going to purchase a house. There were no other fucking offers on the house. And the person went back and said, no, actually, we want to increase the asking price. There's no other offers right now on the house, but we want to increase the asking price. I'm like, what the fuck? Why'd you put the asking price then? That's what was happening when I was in the housing market. Do you guys remember that? I talked about it before. And then you have this, the exodus of Californian middle class and upper middle class and wealthy Californians leaving California. I work in real estate and the market's so fucked. No one in my county can afford to live here. They're all getting forced out from California buyers coming in, paying all cash. First-time home buyers and renters in my area don't have anywhere to go. It's honestly scary watching people be so displaced. There you go. Your chat literally wastes money on Twitch and Netflix. If they stopped doing that stupid shit, they could have saved enough money to buy a coffee while they look at houses they can't afford. Exactly. Black Catarot, thank you for the 5 get the subs. And Kelly Kapowski, thank you for the 5 get the subs. And it's not just Californians buying up houses in like more reasonable, more reasonable housing markets. Okay, it's not just Californians. You already have like, you know, you already have fucking hedge funds, BlackRock, purchasing homes and trying to make sure that people have permanent. People are destined for a lifetime of permanent renting, and it's disgusting. But, of course, they're going to take advantage of that because, again, the government protects your investment like crazy if you're a homeowner. Why? Because your home is where you live. Like, it's a hugely important fucking resource. It's a shelter. It's necessary for existence. So the government has